We had some big Disney news come down the pipeline yesterday, and we also had some food menu items released for the Food and Wine Festival. So, let's get into it for your next Disney World trip. Let's go. All right, so there's a lot of stuff coming up for Disney World, coming up for the fall, and we had some big news come down about Bob Iger, the beloved Bob Iger for Disney World, and well, actually for the Disney company as a whole. I think that this is going to be a good thing that Bob Iger, the news for Bob Iger that just came down. So let's get into it right now. So Bob Iger just got extended through 2026. His contract just got renewed until 2026. Now, all of y'all guys remember what happened with his predecessor that he had hired, Bob Chapek. Now, I know everybody has an opinion about Bob Chapek, or the way we like to call him here, Bob Paycheck. I think that Bob Chapek had an agenda that was all about making money, which isn't a bad thing about making money, but he took away a lot of the things that were near and dear to our hearts. He took away, you know, he brought in Genie Plus, he brought in all these other things that we just didn't like. I think he was more into the streaming Disney Plus than he was, paying attention to the parks. Of course, there was a lot of price hikes during his tenure that he was there. And I think of course, a lot of us did not like, that part of his tenure. And of course, I know I didn't, because every time I felt like I went to the parks, I felt like it was just money gouging me, all the time. I still feel that way a little bit, but I feel a little bit better now that Bob Iger is back at the helm of Disney, and I feel like Bob Iger is going to try and get back to the parks because he that's his bread and butter. He knows that's his bread and butter is the Disney World, Disneyland, Disney World, the Disney parks. Disney Parks and Entertainment is, his bread and butter. I know that, sacrifices needed to be made, in certain layoffs that needed to happen. I was one of them. I worked for the Disney World Company for a year and a half, and I was one of those layoffs that happened, years ago during the pandemic, and I felt bad when I left. I was sad, because it was the best time of my life working for the Walt Disney World Company. And, of course, I loved going to the parks, all the time, and, all the perks that came along with being a cast member. Of course, bringing magic to people was one of the greatest things that I loved working for the Disney World parks. Now, with Bob Iger back at the helm, I think that he's going to push more towards the parks in a sense of, he said it himself, and that prices are too high right now, and everybody feels it, because look at what happened during the 4th of July holiday. The parks were empty, or there wasn't a lot of people at the parks, and I know that was felt, and that's why he said that the prices are too high. They're pricing families out of Disney World and Disneyland, and I feel like he's going to get back to that. He's going to get back to the parks. He's going to bring in hopefully new rides. Of course, you got Moana opening up, Moana Water Journey opening up this fall. Tiana's Bayou Adventure will come next year, at Disney World. There's some things going on over there at Disneyland that's going to be, with Avatar, new Avatar Land, and it's going to be coming up. Then of course we got the parks that are overseas. You got the Frozen Land that's going to be happening. And a bunch of other different things that are happening at the parks overseas. So I think that as a whole, Bob Iger is getting back to the parks, and I like that a lot. I like that, he is going to be bringing a lot of that magic back that we really, really, really miss. Now, as it pertains to the Food and Wine Festival, Food and Wine Festival has released their food menu items for this upcoming festival. Now, I cannot wait for this festival to happen because we're going to be there. We are definitely going to be there at Ryan's Ohio. We are definitely going to be there. We're going to go and enjoy some of the foods at the festival we went last year, and the foods were amazing. I mean, I'm looking at the menus that are this year. Everything I think is going to be amazing. I can't wait to get in there and try a lot of the foods. And of course, when you're there at Epcot, you're going to be riding a lot of the rides. So my suggestion for y'all guys when you're visiting the Food and Wine Festival is do what we did. We took 2 days at Epcot for that. The first day we went, we rode all the rides we wanted to ride, every single thing that we wanted to do. And the second day we went and we drank and we had a great time trying all the different foods around the world. And that was enough for us for the 2 days that we did that. I think that everybody needs to do that when you go to Epcot, even at some of the other parks that you have. We had a whole video of that, of discussing how many days you need to be at each park. I think 2 days is perfect for there to be there at Epcot during the Food and Wine Festival, because you're going to be trying all the different foods and all the different drinks that are around the world that they're going to have, and especially from this year's food menu item list, there's going to be a lot of great things. And 2 days should be plenty enough for you to go in there and try all those different foods. I mean, for me, I love going into Mexico land and trying all the different tacos and all the different drinks that they're going to have. Especially, I like going into the cantina inside the Mexico Pavilion, and usually when we go in there, we don't leave there for a few hours, because we're in there enjoying everything, because it's amazing. Another thing that we like to do is we like to go into the Japan area and then enjoy a lot of the culture and stuff that's in there, because it's just like I said, being in Epcot and the details that they put into everything and the different cultures is just so amazing. And it's no different with the Food and Wine Festival. All the different cultures that we have around this world, and especially in World Showcase that they do with all the different foods and all the different drinks, you just really immerse yourself into it, and you just really you get yourself a plan and you have fun with it. And you really, really enjoy yourself when you're at a Disney World park and enjoying yourself at, Food and Wine Festival. Now, as here at Ryan's Ohana, I have a big, big, big breaking news for us here. We will be going to Oogie Boogie Bash in Disneyland. It's going to be we're going to have a great time. We have never been to Disneyland before. We had never been to Oogie Boogie Bash. I've heard a lot of great things. I've read a lot of the great reviews, especially with the villain stuff that they do there, the Haunted Mansion Christmas overlay, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Mission Breakout. I'm really, really excited to do that, especially Cars Land. A lot of the things that we've never done here before, we're going to be doing on this upcoming trip. I know that my wife is really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. Our friends that we're going to be going with, which I want to thank. I want to thank our friends who are going to be taking us on this trip, because without them, this trip would not have been possible, because they were the ones that were in line for the 8 hours and were able to get the tickets. And honestly, when I tried to do it, I was in line and I couldn't get through. Especially the first time when they had that whole debacle with the site crashing the first time around, when it happened earlier in the month. I tried before and it just didn't. I couldn't get through. And then of course when I did get through and I looked, I saw that it said that they had suspended sales, and because the site had crashed, and it just wasn't a fun time for anybody who was a Disney fan at that time. A few weeks ago, when Disney tried to do the Oogie Boogie Bash ticket sales at that time, but they went on sale yesterday, and they actually sold out in one day. And I think they said that was a record for it, that they sold out in one day. That all the tickets sold out in one day, which is pretty amazing. Which goes to show you that everybody still loves Disney. Everybody's going to go to the park still. Bob Iger said Bob Iger's back. His contract's extended, so everybody is going to have fun at the Oogie Boogie Bash who've had a chance to get tickets to go. And like I said, I want to thank our friends for helping us get the tickets for it. We're really excited that we're going to get a chance to go and enjoy Oogie Boogie Bash at Disneyland and enjoy all the rides and all the trick or treating that's going to be happening. especially Jack Skellington, to see Oogie Boogie, to see all the different things, all the villains, especially going to Disneyland for the first time. Because honestly, I haven't been to Disneyland since I was a child. I honestly, it was before I could even remember. I mean, I have pictures. My mom has pictures of me there, but I think I was 4 or 5 years old, and I hardly, barely remember it. Um, and this time we're going around as adults, and it's going to be fun to be able to go to Disney California Adventure, and like I said, see all the different things, and also go into Disneyland and actually see the Disneyland Castle, see Sleepy Castle, and enjoy all the different things that they have there at the Disneyland park. Now, if you have any tips for anybody out there who has been to Oogie Boogie Bash and Disneyland, if there's any tips that you have for us here at Ryan's Ohio, for us to have a great time over there, since this will be our first time, let us know. So that way we can make the most of our trip over there, like the way y'all made the most of your trip when y'all guys have gone. That would be great for us here to know, different things for us to do while we're there that we can enjoy, and things that y'all guys did, all the tips and tricks that y'all guys did, to make the most of your time there at Disneyland, so that we can make the most of our time there at Disneyland. Again, to recap everything we talked about in this video, but like I said, Bob Iger's back. He's extended through 2026. I think that's going to be great for the company as a whole. I think we should see stocks hopefully go back up. The economy should be getting a little bit better. Bob Iger should pay more focus to the parks. He should hopefully bring some of that magic back, to the Disney World parks that we've missed so much. Hopefully he'll bring prices down. Like I said, hopefully he'll have more stuff added to the parks for us to enjoy. And then, of course, like I said, Disney introduced the Food and Wine Festival for this year. They introduced the menus for this year. Like I said, all the food in there looks amazing. Can't wait for us to go out there and try it out later on this year when the Food and Wine Festival opens up. It's going to be a great time. And then, like I said, we will be going to Disneyland this year as well. September 5th, Labor Day weekend to be exact. We will be in Disneyland and in California, and it's going to be great for us. We'll be flying out over there and have a great time and enjoy everything that Oogie Boogie Bash and Disneyland has to offer. Again, like I said, if there's anything that y'all guys know for us to have a better time at Disneyland, any of the tips and tricks that y'all guys have done, please comment down below. Let us know so that way we can make the most of our time there. We will be doing videos over there as well, in Disneyland, to show y'all guys our time up there. I know I've had a couple of comments say we can't wait to see the videos. Again, I want to thank every single one of you who has really supported the channel and supported us, in everything that we've done, for y'all guys in this channel. And it's just, thank you so much for everything. Also, another thing that I wanted to address is we will be having a giveaway here pretty soon. Yes, you've heard it here. It's the end of the video, but we will be having a giveaway here. I'm more than likely pretty sure I have an extra 50th anniversary lounge fly bag, and that is one thing we will be giving away here shortly, hopefully before we go to Disneyland. I haven't done a giveaway on this channel in quite a while, and we will be doing a giveaway. I'll give away all those details, hopefully in the next video or in the coming videos of what the parameters are going to be for y'all guys to register to get that bag. But that's going to do it for this video here for Ryan's Ohana. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, please like, subscribe, hit that bell, and we will see y'all guys in the next one.